Welcome back. In the last lecture, we saw a linked list for the first time. It looked kind of weird, and that is a normal thing. We realized that a list or a linked list is made of different nodes, with each node being made of two parts, data and a pointer. Normally, this pointer is called next, so I have my data in here and my next pointer because it's pointing towards the next node, and so on and so forth. Now we have to compare the linked list to the list or to the array. What about if I want to access the first location in an array? That's going to be very easy. Just go to the index of 0. Our lists always start with the index of 0. Okay, but what about a linked list? We don't have a sequence. Where does it start? For that, we have a reserved pointer that is always going to point at the first node. This pointer is normally going to be called the head. This pointer doesn't have any data. It's just a pointer that is pointing towards the first node in our linked list. What about the end of a linked list? How do I know that? Normally, when we talk about arrays, we know that the size of the array -1 is going to be the last index. So if I have an array of 5, size 5, that is normally going to be the last location is going to be 4, 5 minus 1, because we start at the index of 0, we end at the index of 4. When it comes to linked list, some people are going to use another pointer that always points to the last location and normally is going to be called the tail. But we're not going to use that, at least not many times. Instead, we're going to look at the next value, the value of our next pointer. And if it is pointing towards a node, that means it's not the last one. While if it was pointing towards none, N-O-N-E, none, that means the linked list is finished and it's not pointing towards anything else. The none pointer is the equivalent of a null, N-U-L-L, in C#, C++, and Java. Now, another question is going to come to mind. When I work with normal lists and arrays and want to traverse my array, want to start from the beginning and finish towards the end, what I'm going to do is start at the location 0, index of 0, and just add 1. So index of 0, of 1, of 2, 3, 4, until I reach the size of the array. What about linked list? Those are not in the same location. They are not in a sequence. And what is normally going to happen is we are going to create another pointer that is going to point towards the nodes as we walk through them. Why not use the head? Because if I take this head in here and move it towards this node, that means I have deleted this one. Because from the computer's point of view, it's going to always start at the head. So if the head is pointing here, that means it's going to start here and jump to the next. So we need to create a different pointer. That one is going to be called current or current node. So what's going to happen? Normally when I want to traverse my linked list, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, I'm just starting. Let my current node equal or points toward what the head is pointing toward. So if the head's pointing here, take the same location and point towards it. Then what I'm going to say is, I'm right now currently here. Look at the name, current. I am currently here. My next step is my next pointer. So look, I'm saying, I'm pointing here. This is my data. This is my next pointer. Where is it pointing? I'm going to jump to that. So I'm going to jump from here. This pointer is pointing towards the second node. I'm going to jump from here to here. Then I'm going to do the same. Like, what is my current data? It's 52. What is my current next pointer? And it's pointing towards the third node in our linked list. And I'm going to say my node, this node, the current node, equals what the next pointer is pointing toward. I'm saying, look, where is this pointer pointing? Here. Point towards it as well. And I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to do that again. And my condition for stopping is going to be while my pointer, the next pointer, is not pointing towards none, towards nothing. Continue. So it started in here and said, is this pointing towards nothing? And we said, no, it's pointing towards a node. I said, okay, then I'm going to jump. We did the same thing here, and we reached this node in here. And we are saying, while this pointer is not pointing towards none or nothing, and it says, no, you are, it actually is pointing towards nothing. There's nothing left. And it's going to stop in here. By doing this, we have actually traversed our linked list. Start from the beginning, jump to the second, third, fourth, and then to the fifth and final node. This is exactly what we did with arrays and lists when we started at the beginning and finished at the end of a list. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm going to see you in the next lecture.